Okay, so for my next ornament, I was challenged by my friend Anthony to create Illidan Storm Rage from World of Warcraft. And since I'm not one to back down from a challenge, I decided to make him one. Unfortunately, as I was going through the design process for how I was going to make it and how I wanted it to look, it kept getting more complicated and taking more time. But it took overall probably around 35 hours total, including design time, and through process of elimination and making a lot of mistakes to get it finished. But it's still made with the same block and spool parts made out of wood that the other ornaments are made out of, but with a few exceptions. You could see the ears and the warglaves were cut out using a Dremel, and then of course painted those. And in order to even out so it could sit up, I had to reduce some weight. So I actually cut out the middle of the block, the head block, in order to place the batteries for the LED lights for the eyes, which I'll show you in just a minute, as well as the speakers. So I'll give you a little bit more detailed look here on the side. The hair was just black thread that actually ended up just hot gluing on. The original design for that was to actually cover up the wiring. Now if you have it set out, you could actually spread out the hair a little bit, which is what I wanted, so you can actually cover up the wiring behind here. I'll show you that here. It looks a little messy back there, but I actually designed it to where you could pull it out fairly easily to put batteries inside of it once they run out, but they should last a while. Use my green fingers where I was painting. The little bones on the wings are just dowel rods that have been cut and painted, and of course I used a wool for the mask. And you'll see the speaker here in the back is actually velcroed on because that has to be removed in order to pull out the soundboard and the batteries for the LED lights. Let me turn this around. The ears are actually made out of this tape. It's this kind of texture tape that was actually pretty cool, and it binds two pieces of cardboard together. So I just drew the cardboard and put some tissue paper in between them, and then wrapped the tape around it and painted it with a black acrylic paint. So it has kind of a nice texture on there. Plus, the benefit of doing tissue in cardboard was that it kept the weight down also, which was, I wanted it to be able to hang on a tree because it's meant to be a tree ornament. In order to be able to do that, I had to kind of, shave some weight wherever possible. You'll see his little kilt here. All right, so I'm going to lift this up and show you the bottom. So this is actually where you turn on the lights. My original idea was when you activated the sound, which you'll see the button right there. When you activated the sound, I wanted to be able to turn the lights on too, but I just didn't have the time to do that. So plus, if you wanted to turn the lights on and the eyes separately, I thought it'd be nice to just have two different mechanisms. One's just kind of for fun, and the other one makes for kind of neat ornament for the tree because the eyes light up. So I'll go ahead and activate this. Okay. So you can see the eyes light up there from the green LED lights. If you've seen some of my other projects, these are just LED lights taken from Christmas tree lights. They tend to be fairly easy to get and cheap because you can just pull them out of Christmas lights, whatever colors you need. And they burn really bright. So I thought that was a nice touch. So I just cut a hole in the back of the block and threaded the LED lights through and just soldered the wiring to a little switch there you saw on the bottom. And then the last piece here is the activation switch for the sound. So I'll go ahead and press that. So yeah, that's it. Of course the sound can't be very loud. You're kind of limited to the small speakers, but it just adds a nice, cool little touch to the ornament. But anyway, I wanted to do a video because there's just so many features to it, and I thought it was really cool, and I just wanted to share kind of the creative process and see what you guys think. But anyway, so hopefully this was made for Anthony. He hasn't seen it yet, so hopefully he'll like it. I'm sure he will. And I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.